What is the difference between insert and database dot insert? Insert is what? Atomic operation. Database dot insert is what? Non-atomic. So what do you mean by atomic and non-atomic? What do you mean by atomic and non-atomic? Atomic means any one of the record fails, the entire operation will fail, which is called atomic. Non-atomic, if any one of the record fail, only that record will fail, rest of the data will be saved. This is a non-atomic. Now, when you are saving, we have database dot save result. What is the purpose of database dot save result? What is the purpose of it? It will test the result about the DML operation. Is it success, failure, success will give you ID, failure give you errors. All the errors that are generated during the DML operation, they are saved in database dot error. In which we got get fields, get message. Right. This is what we have seen in the last session. Now let us go to the update operation. When do you go for update operation? When records are already there in the database. When already records are there in the database, then we go for update operation. When you are going for the update operation, let us see this. We have a requirement. The requirement is fetch all the lead records, all the leads which are created this week, and set their status as form. Write a sample query and fetch all the leads which are created this week and perform and set their status as a worm. If you want to make a DML, it has to be update, its object, or what type of operation is this? Atomic operation. If you want to make database dot save result equal to database dot update, so object. It is what? Non. So I can perform either atomic format or non-atomic format based on your business requirement. If it is an atomic format, update S object or array of S object. If it is a non-atomic, database dot save result equal to database dot update S object. Update S object. Now let us see this. How to achieve the above requirement? First, write a query to fetch all the leads. Select ID, rating. Where created date equal to write a sample query and get all the leads where created date equal to this week. We got a list of record. If you want to update for leads L dot rating equal to I modify. Once you modify, will they be updated to database? No, because any data that is saved to database, if you want to modify those records, we need to write a sample query, get those records, modify and update. If any data is there in database, once the data is saved to database, if you want to modify the data, write a sample query, paste the data, write a sample, paste the data, modify it and perform update. Give it a update deletes. Is that was clear for everyone? Okay. Let's go to the next. Fetch all the opportunities whose stage name is closed one and update their closed data. So I want to fetch all the opportunities whose stage name is closed to 1 and update their closed data today. So what should I do? Write a query, list of opportunity of t equal to select id comma close date from opportunity where stage name equal to opportunity. What we have? OB dot close date equal to today. How do you give today? System dot. Then you are trying to update the data. Update. Am I clear with that format? Am I clear? Okay. Now, right, okay. Implement this example, everyone. Now I am going to give one more example. Write down code for this. Fetch all the accounts which are created this week with industry as banking and update their ownership as public, ownership as private, ownership as private, and trading as. Fetch all the accounts which are created this week with industry as banking and update their ownership as private, rating as hot. Ownership as private, rating as hot. Start implementing this. Online people also make an attempt at portion of the chart. List of account AGCS equal to select. So Utti fields I have to fetch. On Utti fields I am trying to update. I am trying to update ownership and rating. So I have to give from account where created date and industry equal to bank. After fetching all the records, write a for loop for account A and give A dot rating equal to hot, A dot this is how we have done. Is that was clear for everyone? Sorry, update. Is that was clear for everyone? Okay. Now let us do some operation with the parent-child operation. Now we are only fetching the data from a particular object and doing it. Now let us do this with the parent-child operations. So look at the option. Listen to the query. Fetch all the accounts which are created this week along with their corresponding update their corresponding contacts, other phone numbers as fetch all the accounts which are created this week and update their corresponding contacts, other phone number as account phone number. So what I am doing, fetch all the accounts with the corresponding contacts and update contacts, other phone number as account phone number. So write a query to fetch all the accounts with the corresponding contacts and update. Okay, update contact other phone number as account phone number. Update contact other phone number as account phone number. Right, according to fetch account with the corresponding contacts and update contacts other phone number as account phone number. Contact other phone number as account phone number. Now, what type of query you are writing now? What type of query you are writing? Let us look at this example here. So, what are you doing here? List of account is equal to select phone, comma, select ID, comma, other phone from contacts from account where created date equal to this week. Where created date equal to this week. Where created date equal to this week. Select ID, comma phone, select ID, comma other phone from contacts from account where created date equal to this week. So one account will have a group of contacts. One account will have a group of contacts. So what should I do? In that case, I will take for account A. So how do you refer to the contacts of an account? For contact C A dot. There is A dot contacts. A is an account. That account contacts. If A is an account, list of contacts are given as A dot contacts. Why? Here I am using a relation called contacts. Okay. Then what should I do? C dot other phone equal to A dot. C with contacts, other phone equal to A. A is an account. This account contacts. A is an account. That account contacts. A is an account. Accounts contacts. That contacts other phone equal to A dot 4. Now, if you want to update, you write update. But it is not a good practice to write a DML operation within a for loop. It's not a good practice to write a DML operation within a for loop, as we have a limit on number of DMLs what we can write. So never write a DML within a loop. So what is the solution we have? Instead of making a DML here, list of contact. Add the contacts to the list. Then outside the loop, make a update. Is that was clear for everyone? It's not a good practice to make a DML within a loop. So what I'm doing, I'm adding all the modified contacts to a list and updating the list of record outside the loop. Is that was clear for everyone? Everyone has followed this? Clear? This is how we are updating. Right. Next. Clear for everyone. Next one. Fetch all the accounts with corresponding opportunities. And update description of opportunities. Okay. Update Offer 3, description of offer 3 as account name plus industry plus phone. Update your description as account name. That should come like this. Account name, industry. You will get this message. For every account, you will get the corresponding message. Account name equal to account name, banking equal to banking, industry equal to corresponding industry, phone number equal to corresponding phone number. So description about the opportunity should be this. You need to update the description with the following values. How do you update with this? Let us do. Okay. Now how do you do this? If you want to fetch all the accounts with the corresponding opportunities, how do you fetch it? List of account AGC is equal to select name, then phone, industry, select we have taken this. Then we want to update. How do you get all the account records? If you want to take one by one account record for account A, ACCS. Why did I take this query? Because we want to fetch account with all the corresponding chains. So it is a parent to chain sample query. Then I am taking. How do you take all the opportunities? Opportunities. Then we need to keep name plus a dot name plus dash n slash n. Why I am giving slash n? Next time. Then we are done. Right. I want to update the data. How do you update? OP dot description equal to OP dot description equal to what? Now as I told you already, it's not a good practice to make a DML within a loop. We are taking new list of. Then I'm going to queue. After list dot add. Then make DML operation. Update. You will follow this format. These are the small snippets which we are going to use within the code. These are the snippets of the code what I am going to use. These are going to be the snippet of the code what I am going to use. Prior to the body what I have taken. Before the body what did I take? Before body, what did I give? So what does it mean? What is the meaning of this string body means? String is a data type, body is a variable. You're talking about everything other than this clause. You're asking what is given before body, that you are speaking about all above one, below one, except. How do you define a string variable? Then I want to take a name. How do you create it? I want to store a name. How do you create a variable? Now take it. What is it? Right. Okay. Right, boss. Any further code is from your end? I hope I'm clear. Similarly, we also want to perform some operations like a delete. So how do you perform the operation called delete? In case if you want to perform the operation called delete, right here, delete. Delete is an object or array of S object. We can delete a record or a group of record. Delete S object or array of S object. Is it atomic or non-atomic? Anything that I make with a keyword is atomic. Then if you want to make non-atomic, we have database dot delete result. It is to insert or update, save result. If it is for delete result, database dot delete. So if I use false, whatever values we are getting here, delete. When you say delete result, what are the methods will be there? Same. Is success, get ID. The same methods are there. But the result is database dot delete result. There I told save result. Here it is what? Delete result. So if you want to delete the records atomically, we use the delete S object or array of S object. If you want to delete them like non-atomic, database dot delete S object comma false. When it is a true, it will run like atomic. So it is a false, non-atomic. Am I clear? Okay. So let us do some examples here. What is that? Delete all the leads which are created. With the lead source as email. Lead source as web. Delete all the leads which are created this month with the lead source as web. Delete all the leads which are created this month with the lead source as web. With the lead source as web. So what should I do first? List of lead. Leads equal to select ID from lead where created date equal to this month and lead source equal to write a sample query to get all the leads which are created this month with the lead source equal to web. Then you want to delete. What do we do? Delete leads. Delete all the leads which are created this month with the lead source as web. Delete all the leads which are created this month with the lead source equal to web. With the lead source equal to web. Right. Similarly, delete all the accounts whose rating is. Delete all the accounts whose rating is 4. Delete all the accounts whose rating is 4. Delete all the accounts whose rating is 4. So how do you get the records? List of accounts. Okay. Rating equal to. So this is how we are performing a delete. Similarly, we have undelete. What is the purpose of undelete? Undelete is what? This will undelete the records. So, this will undelete the records from recycling. This will undelete the records from recycling. Now the point here is how to fetch the records from recycling first. How to fetch records from recycling. What is the keyword we have to use? All rows. All rows. When you say all rows, records which are deleted and non-deleted both will come. In that what I want, only deleted records I want. What should I use? Here is deleted equal to Once the records are deleted, we are going to get is deleted equal to true. Then we are going to get all the records which are deleted from this object. We are going to fetch only the records which are deleted. Now I want to say all the account records which are deleted with industry equal to banking, they should be deleted. What should I do? Where is deleted equal to 100. Let's see. Where is related equal to true and industry equal to banking, all those. Are you clear about the format? So delete all the records, delete all the records, all the account records which are deleted with industry equal to banking, they will be undeleted. All the account records which are deleted with industry equal to banking, they are undeleted. Is that was clear for everyone? Right? So how do you fetch all the records which are in the recycle bin and also in the object? All those. But I want only the deleted records where is deleted equal to true, all those. So from all the records, give me only deleted records. Is that was clear? Let me give one example. I'll delete all the records. In the C side. We are going to check. If it is undelete, we are going to get undelete result. Delete the result. Undelete result. Others are going to be the same. Then I have to give stop account. And we have is related. Let's see. Index equal to energy, all those. So get all the records. Now what I do? Undelete. Fetch the records, then delete. So if you want only deleted records, we have to apply is deleted equal to true from all those. Is deleted equal to true from all those. Is deleted equal to true from all those. Is that was clear? So what are the statements you have seen? Insert, update, delete, and delete. We'll see some use cases. Still, there are two more queries. Once we complete that, we'll go for use cases. Okay. Now, next use case is, let's see. Next statement. There are two more DML statements what we have. The two more are upset and merge. Upset and merge. Next statement is upset and merge. Let me do. We are always going with this standard objects. Let me do some DMLs on custom objects. So we want to perform upset and merge. So what type of relations will be there? No. What type of relations are there in Salesforce? Look up at no common field like that. Lookup relation is different. Master data. Lookup will hold the ID of the parent record. So in the lookup field, if I delete the parent record, what will happen to the chain? वही बोल रहा हूँ भाई. The lookup relation. Okay, if I delete the parent, what will happen to the chain? Will the chain records will be deleted? They will not be deleted. If two objects are said to be connected, either they should be a lookup or a master detail. So as per the relation, the deletion will happen. If you take a master detail, what will happen? If you take a master detail, if you delete a parent record, tail records will be deleted. If you take a lookup, what will happen? If you delete a parent record, tail records will not be deleted. So it depends upon the properties of the relation, the deletion of tail will happen. So if you are using a master detail, tail will be deleted. If you take a lookup, tail will not be deleted. It's not the property of delete. It's the property of master detail. It's the property of lookup. The relation will specify whether child need to be deleted or not. Okay. Now let us go to this. Okay. Now I'm trying to perform upsert operation. What is this upsert operation? If record is already existing, update it. If record is not existing, create it. So what is the operation we have? Upsert. What is the meaning of upsert? If record is already existing, then update it. If record is not existing, create it. So let us go back to this. Look at this. We have got employee. Employee emp.name, emp.id. I already have a field here. What is the field name? My ID. So this is already existing, right? Okay. One emp. This record one. I'm also creating one more record. Then I'm putting the list of records. Take list of new employees. Then add the elements to the list. We can add the elements or we can straight away keep it. What is this? MP, comma, MP. I made some bugs here. Tell me what are the bugs? I have taken EMP2 here actually. Alright, boss. Then EMP2 employee. Okay. So I created this. Now I'm trying to perform upset employees. When you want to say perform an upset, on what basis you are performing an upset? If existing record is there, update it. If existing record is not there, then create. On what basis you are going to take an upset? So if you want to take based on a record ID, simply say upset list of record. No, you don't want to take based on a record ID, you want to take based on a particular field. When I want to say record exists, update. Record doesn't exist, create. On what basis you are going to say record exists or not? On what basis you are going to say record exists or not? So what is that field called? External ID field. What is that field called? External ID field. Now look at this. Now my ID. I am going to my ID, making that field as external ID field. Go to this my ID. I want to make it as external ID. How do you make it as external ID? Enable the option called which field I can make it as external ID field? Number field, text field, email. In the data order we have seen about this concept upset. Which fields can be taken as external ID fields? Number, text, email. Now what I am doing here? I am going to take employees. If my ID is already existing, update, not existing, updating the next video token. This is that employee MP, name Kiran, AD1, string, employee, Hari, employee ID we have taken, then ID 2, phone number. So there was a bug here. First let me take without this. So somewhere the bug is here. Let us type out where is the bug. Somewhere I given an extra space, anything up or down. Employee, EMP equal to new employee, employee dot name, EMP dot name, here EMP1, Kiran, ID, phone number, employee EMP2, new employee, name, my ID, phone number. My ID I have taken as a number only. Number I have taken, yes. Then put the list of record, list of employee. Employee is equal to new list of employees, EMP1, EMP2. Absent. Name is a standard field, no? Now we modified it. Now we modified previously it is EMP only, right? Then my ID. Unexpected token, ampersand LT. Space we are getting. Where was the space? It's a capital and small is not an issue because it's not an issue. Why it's not an issue? It's not a case sensitive. Your Apex program is not case sensitive. Apex program is not case sensitive. Okay. So it should not make any difference for you. It should not make any difference. It should not make any difference. That ampersand LT is because of space. The error is because we get some space extra somewhere. Where we are not giving any space. Let me do it one more time. Employee EMP new employee E dot let me check out then I'm giving E dot my ID then I'm going to give upset EMP upset EMP 1 minute upset EMP my ID execute. So we give ID equal to 1. When you give ID equal to 1, go back to the database and see. Satish already 1 is there. What happened? Satish? The record is updated. So if any external ID is already there, if external ID is already there, it will update. If it is not there, it's going to I gave some ID. Go back to database. Employee. You want some red box. So what was that? If ID is not there, create ID is there, update. So if you don't provide any external ID, you have to provide Salesforce ID. So offset can be performed based on external ID or Salesforce ID. Offset can be performed based on Salesforce ID or external ID. Offset can be performed based on Salesforce ID or external ID. Right, Mom? So let us go to the next one. Merge. Last statement is merge. Now listen to the format. What is this merge? Now I have is a master record, these are child records. Master record and child record. Master record, let's say, BSA, Pro. This is an account. For this account, we have a contacts, Sham. Similarly, we have this is how we got it. Wipro 111, we have 3 contacts. TCS 22, we have 3 contacts. Now, when you feel that both the records are same, what we do? Let us say is both the records are same. Then I'll apply merge. Let us say this is A, this is B. Merge ACC. When I say merge ACC, BCC, what happened? The chains of BCC, the chain records of BCC are reassigned to ACC. Chains of BCC are reassigned to ACC and your BCC is removed from that. This is called merge operation. When you say merge, what is happening? Chain records of BCC are reassigned to ACC and BCC is deleted. Basically, it's one record. ACC, chains of ACC. When I say merge ACC, BCC, chains of BCC are reassigned to, then delete. Then delete BCC. Are you clear? So when you say merge first and second, when you say merge first second, when I say merge first second, then what does it mean? Merge the first second. The second record chains are assigned to first. The chains of second are assigned to first. The chains of second are assigned to first, and the second record is deleted. Chain records of second are assigned to first, and first record is chain records of second are assigned to first, and second record is deleted. It's called merge. When do you go for this? When you want to perform duplicates. When you want to avoid the duplicates, join. When both the records are same, I want to join. I want to join both the records. When both the records are same, I want to join into a single record. Merge. When you want to merge the duplicate records, join the duplicate records as a single record, we go for an operation called merge. Are you getting my point? Merge means chain records of second one are reassigned to first, and the second one is deleted. Let me show you an example of it. No records today. Satish. Capital Satish and Ravi. We are getting one more record. Wipro. Now how many records are there this week? There are 2 records, right? What are we? Already quite. Both the records are fetched. Then what I'm doing? Take one by one record for 48. We're fetching all the records. Or else I can also give in this format. I equal to 1. Why did I take I equal to 1? I've taken I equal to 1 or I equal to 0. Then I'm saying margin ACCS of 0, ACCS of I with ACCS of I plus. Merge first record with the second record. When you say merge, first exception 0 row with ID, first entity is deleted. Is let us make it simple here. Now tell me what is the issue that we got? Why it failed? Tell me. Why it failed? Tell me. What is the bug? I have fetched each and every record from account. But what should happen? Where created date equal to this. Then I am making it simple for the format merge ACCS of 0 with ACCS of merge 2 records. When you say merge, first record and second record merged, I created a capital group and second group is what? Capital group, second record is Wipro. Go back to the account and see, instead of 2 records, we will find as single record, capital. Now go to capital and find the contacts, Divya, Kavya, Ravi, Satish. All the contacts of Wipro are also assigned to capital. Or variables, merge. Second record, chain records are assigned to first and second record is written. When do you go for the concept of merge? When do you go for the concept of merge? If you find that duplicate records, you want to make it as a single record. Now, when you find that there is a duplicate record, you want to make it as a single record, we go for what? Merge. Merge. Joining 2 or more records into single record. Joining 2 or more records as a single record. Right. So, what are the DML operations that we have seen now? What are the DML operations we have seen? Insert, date, set. Now, if you want to delete all the records from the recycle bin also, when you delete it, records will go to recycle bin. If you want to delete the records from the recycle bin also, we say empty recycle bin database dot empty recycle database dot empty recycle bin. Are you getting my point? So let me take one use case on whatever you have done. Let me take one use case. Let me give a use case. So here I have when you click on the search, you are going to get the list of records. Now, this is the data what I am fetching. Top of it. We will get update, read, merge. Next one is print. When you enter some name, based on the name, I'm going to enter some name. It's going to be name or next one last name. Once you enter, based on the data, we are going to fetch. So once you got the data, whatever the data we fetch, that will be displayed here. So whichever the records you are going to select, those records are updated, those records are updated, those records are deleted, those records are merged, or those records are going to be printed. It's your choice. This is my requirement. I got a list of records. Some sample records I am getting here. Right. Based on your search, I have to get the data. Once you got the data, instead of update, let's say reassign. Let's say to reassign to Wilson. When you say reassign, all the records are going to be reassigned to Wilson. Reassign to Wilson means what? Update only. Modifying the owner of the record. It's nothing but update. Reassign, delete, merge, print. This is the operation what I want to perform. Right. Now tell me, first what I have to do? How do you get the records? Based on the search, we are going to get the records. First, based on the input text what you have given, I am going to take a sample query, get the records. Once you got the records, is it a list of records or list of wrapper? Is it list of record or list of wrapper? List of wrapper. Why list of wrapper? Why list of wrapper? Because we have a tick box. It's a combination of lead and tick box. So we are going for what? List of wrapper. First, let us implement till point. Writing a sample query, converting the list of records in the form of list of wrapper. First, let us implement till point. You will have followed the requirement. The requirement is clear for everyone. If that was clear for everyone, let us do this. Now, first I will take list of already we have written account wrapper many times, right? The class is already existing from right. Public string text. Then I'm going for public void. Is it search? What I'm going to do? List of account. This is equal to select last name. Now it is not account wrapper. We are going with the lead wrapper. So let us do anything is okay for us. Account wrapper. Select name, phone, history. Account. You got the data. Once you got the records, what I want to do? I want to convert them into wrapper records. For every account record, we have to create. For every account record, we have to create one account wrapper. Account. Okay. For account A, ACCS. For account A, ACCS. Now we are going to create one wrapper. So we have created already account wrapper. Let me cross check once again. Doing some work for me. Account wrapper is already there. It's already there. AW dot is equal to AW dot flag equal to, then add them to list of accounts. Add. What did I do was, I have created an account wrapper class. I created a list of account wrapper class. I wrote a sample query. Based on the sample query, I created an account wrapper. Whatever the records we fetched, based on every record we created every record in ACCS. We have created account wrapper record. Then we have kept the records in the list. Till here we have done. Second one, I am going to perform reassign. What was the reassign? Public void. There is a reassign. What are the records that you have selected? How do you know which records you have selected? How do you know which records are selected? If you selected a flag equal to what? True. If you selected the flag equal to what? True. It is check box. If you selected the flag equal to what? True. Now go back to this. Who is a Wilson? Student. Now look at this. I want to reassign. I want to reassign to Wilson. So what do you reassign to Wilson? User equal to ID from user where is equal to. Now I want to reassign records. How do you reassign records? For account wrapper W. Then if AW dot flag equal to true. If AW dot flag equal to true is what? Record is selected. Am I right or no? How do you know the record is selected? The list of account wrappers with the flag equal to true, record is selected. Then I am going to say AW dot ACC dot owner ID equal to. Can I make a DML within a for loop? It's not a good practice. So what should I do? List of or ACC list of account. Then I'm going to add the records. ACC list. Then we need to perform update ACC list. Did the people follow this? The people follow this? What have done? First, for the first one, fetch is the ID of the user. Then take one by one record from account wrapper and check status of the flag. If the flag is true, then reassign account owner ID as take one by one account wrapper class, check the value of flag. If flag equal to true, then assign account owner ID as Wilson ID. Account owner ID as Wilson ID. Add the record to the list. Why are you adding the record to the list? Because it's not a good practice to make a DML within a for loop. So all the accounts are added to the list, performed and updated. Is the words clear? Is the words clear for everyone? Now similarly, you want to delete it. Which records you want to delete? Whichever the selected records are there, they are going to be deleted. Public void. Which records you want to delete? Whichever the account records you have selected. How do you know which records you have selected? How do you know which records are selected? Okay, selected. Same story. Tell me for account wrapper W. I'm going to say if AW dot flag If aw.flag equals to true, then record is selected. So what should I do? AC series dot add aw dot. Then we are going to. Is there was clear for everyone? Clear, right? Now, if you want to only print the value, if you want to print the value, get all the selected records in a separate list, then we are going to display it. We are going to get all the selected records in a separate list, and I am going to delete it. Look at the point. I want to print a list of then I am going to take public void. There is a print. The same story. It should be selected equal to. Now all the records whichever I selected, I am putting them in a all the records whichever I selected, I am putting them in a separate list. All the records whichever I selected, I put them in a separate list. Right box. So print, delete. So here the question is how to convert the list of record into wrapper class. Second one is from the wrapper class how to get selected records. From wrapper class how do you get the selected records? Flag equal to get the records. Yes. 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 Then we put. We need to go for dynamic. Then let us keep it. Reading page block. Command button. Going with command button, value equal to same. Action equal to value equal to delete. Action equal to delete records. Action equal to delete accounts. Wait. One more button. This is how we have created. Then I want to create page block. Value equal to page block table value equal to what are the records we got? Accounts. Then I have to go for column. We're going with checkbox. So it should be input checkbox. Value equal to. If you want to print a checkbox as header, you give effects. Name equal to that. Right. Then we are going to the next one. Effects column value equal to, that's all the things are simple. A dot ACC dot name. Why A dot ACC dot name? A is wrapper class. In the wrapper we have ACC. What is the circle query? What are the edit? Now, when this page block should be displayed, rendered only when not equal to null. So do you want to show the header? I told mode equal to main heading. Okay. The rest of the structure, page block table, you have done number of times. I just made it fast. Now we got this structure. Then we need to give one more box here. What is that box? Then we are going to give box here. The box should be coming like text. We keep it on the top. Value equal to such. For the data, search the data. Ranking. List of records are there. List of records. Developer org is the owner. Select them. Reassign. Owner is. Select them. Delete. Records are going to be deleted. But after deleting the records, there should not be any records in the list of records. Right? So what should I do? I have to remove those. Once you delete it, I don't want to show you what are the records which are deleted. I should not show you what are the records which you deleted. We'll work on that. Basically, select the records. Go back to the segment and see capital group DML example 1. ICICI Bank. These the records are deleted. Records are deleted from the database. Go back again. Or clear about this format. We are just trying to perform group of operations. We are trying to perform group of operations here. Energy, search. Then we have banking. Select the records. Click on, or we can click on reassign. All the records are reassigned. Then I told you click on delete. When you click on delete, go to resegment and figure out. 4 records are deleted. 4 records are. Now again I want to do one more operation. What is the operation? Print. When is a print, what should I do? When I click on the print, the data should be printed. The data should be printed. So how do you print the data? Here we should give page block table. Then I have to give. Selected. List of record I have to give. Go back. Once again I am giving energy. Search. Go to list of record. Click on print. When I click on the print, I am printing the 2 records. I can take one more page block and give at the border. Okay. So UI can organize it. So what are the records we selected? We got the records here. Are you getting my point here? So write a sample query, convert the records in the wrapper class. On the wrapper, we are trying to perform a DML operation. If you look at any UI screen you want, it will be obviously going to be a wrapper format. You look at any UI screen, what was that? Select the records, perform the delete or update, go to contacts. What is that? Wrapper format. So everything should be in the form of wrapper. So always we have a combination of SQL query which is converted in the form of wrapper class. On the wrapper we are performing some DML operation. Right? Am I clear with this format? Everyone has followed the